there! This is Miss O and welcome once again to my class where learning English is easy peasy. Ooh, my phone is ringing. It's my sister. Excuse me, guys. Hello? Good morning. Yeah, what's up?
Hi, good morning. I'm great. I've been thinking about you. What have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I've been trying to shoot for my YouTube channel, Miss O's English Class. It's all about the present perfect continuous.
Oh, Miss O's English class? That's cool. Anyway, I'll just see you next time. I know you're busy. Bye.
Okay, thank you. See you around. Bye. I'm back. This episode covers what the present perfect continuous is all about, how it is formed, its meaning, and its uses. Since some of us get confused with the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous, we will also cover their differences. If you would like to know more about the present perfect simple, you may click the link below. That is the third episode of Miss O's English Class. The present perfect continuous is also referred to as the present perfect progressive. It consists of an auxiliary verb has or have and the past participle of be plus another verb that ends with ing. When contracted, make sure it agrees with the subject like this. I have been thinking or I've been thinking. You have been thinking or you've been thinking. We have been thinking or we've been thinking. They have been thinking or they've been thinking. He has been thinking or he's been thinking. She has been thinking or she's been thinking. It has been working or it's been working. Now that you know how to form the present perfect continuous, let's find out its meaning along with its uses. We use the present perfect continuous for continuing actions and situations, especially if you would like to look back over actions and situations which started in the past and are still going on. For example, I've been studying very hard recently. It's been raining all day. I'm tired of it. The prices of smartphones have been going up steadily all this year. Another use of the present perfect continuous is to talk about people's use of their time up to the present. For example, what have you been doing with yourself? I've been trying to shoot for my YouTube channel. To understand this, let's use one of the previous sentences. The prices of smartphones have been going up steadily all this year. In this timeline, a situation that started in the past is shown. These are the prices of smartphones that started at $200, then $300, $400, $500, and these have been going up steadily all this year. The present perfect continuous is also used to talk about the result of actions or situations that have just stopped. The result of the said action or situation is evident in the present. For example, let's have A. You're in good shape. And let's have another person. That's B. Yes, I've been running. In this dialogue, look at the timeline to answer my questions. Is person B running now? No, because as mentioned earlier, the present perfect continuous is used for an activity that has recently stopped. Very good. Now, did person B stop running a short time ago? What do you think? Yes, very good. How do we know? You're right, because person A noticed the result of what person B has been doing. So what is the evident result now? that person B is in good shape. Very good. Let's try another sentence for this. I must just go and wash. I've been repairing the car. Here, the subject I stopped repairing the car a short time ago. How do we know that this person stopped repairing the car recently? Because the subject I needs to go and wash. What does this mean? Because the subject I has been repairing the car, as a result, he must be extremely dirty. The present perfect continuous is used not only for continuous activity, but also for repeated activity. Let's take a look at these sentences. They have been calling me all day. In this sentence, the subject tells us that he's been receiving calls from people all day. Now, let's take a look at the second sentence. I've been waking up late in the night a lot. I think I'll see the doctor. This sentence shows that the subject I has a repeated experience, and that is, he's been waking up late in the night many times. This makes him think that he needs to see the doctor. Let's now compare the uses of the present simple, the present continuous, and the present perfect continuous. The present simple is normally used for repeated actions or events which are not closely connected to the moment of speaking. The present continuous can also refer to repeated actions and events if these are happening around the moment of speaking. And again, the present perfect continuous is used not only for continuous activity but also for repeated activity. Remember the verb plus ing? Oh yes, the base form of the verb that ends with ing, which shows a continuous action. With the help of has been or have been, depending on the subject, along with some time expressions to show repeated activities, we get to form the present perfect continuous. Now, look at how each tense is formed. To learn more about the present simple and the present continuous, please watch the previous episodes of Miss O's English class by clicking the links below. We often use the present perfect continuous with time expressions continuing up to now, like recently, lately, this week, since May, and for the last 3 days. They are used in the following sentences. Due to COVID-19, I've been losing money recently. You was been walking in Japan all this week. Sharon's been doing a new job since May. It's been raining for the last 3 days. By the way, we can't use the present perfect continuous with time expressions that refer to a finished period of time. Let's try this. If I say, you look tired, because you're really tired, what would you tell me using this verb and this time expression? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Quite fast? Take it easy. Choose the correct answer from these sentences. Yes, I was cycling from 8 this morning until 12 o'clock. Or, yes, I've been cycling from 8 this morning until 12 o'clock. Very good. It should be the first one. On the other hand, we use the present perfect continuous, not the present continuous, to talk about how long something has been happening. Therefore, we say, I've been working here for 3 years, and not, I am working here for 3 years. Now, let's compare the present perfect continuous with the present perfect simple. In some cases, we can use either the present perfect simple or the present perfect continuous to talk about actions and situations continuing up to the present. Read the sentences here and notice how they are formed. How long have you known her? How long have you been working with her? Pop music comes and goes, but classical music has stood the test of time. The beggar has been standing in the corner all day. Are the actions or activities finished? Very good. They are still continuing up to the present. Having said that the present perfect continuous is used for actions or situations that started in the past and are still going on, this information is not enough because we use the present tenses for everything that is going on now that started in the past. The difference is that the present perfect continuous is used when we are looking back over something that is still going on, particularly if you would like to say how long it lasted. Let's compare the sentences in the first column with those in the second column. It's raining versus it's been raining all day. I'm working very hard at the moment versus I have been working very hard recently. Well done. Unlike those sentences in the second column that emphasize the duration of the activity or situation, the ones in the first column focus on the action at the moment of speaking. In terms of time, the present perfect simple is often preferred to talk about longer lasting and permanent actions or situations. On the other hand, the present perfect continuous can emphasize that actions and situations are shorter and temporary. For instance, what words emphasize longer or permanent situation in the first sentence? My mother has lived in California all her life. Yes, has lived, and then? All her life. Good job. How about in the second sentence? What words signify that the action is temporary or shorter? I've been living at Ivy's place for the last 2 months. Great. Have been living, and then, what's the other one? For the last 2 months. Very good. But then, like any other rules, there are always special cases. As mentioned earlier, the present perfect simple is often preferred to talk about longer lasting or permanent situations and actions. However, the present perfect continuous is generally used to talk about continuous change or development, even if this is permanent depending on how we say or write it, just like this sentence. Read the sentence and think of words or phrases that tell us that the situation has a continuous development or change. What's the first one? Has been spending steadily good. Since when? Oh yes, since 2005. So what are the new things that can be seen in the first hall? Great! 9 buildings. Is it still continuing up to the present time? Yes. Why do you think so? Because more are planned for the coming years. Very good. Lastly, to avoid confusion with the present perfect simple and the present continuous, we use the present perfect simple to talk about how much we have done or how often we have done something. Following the said rule, which one is correct? We've painted 2 rooms since lunchtime, or we've been painting 2 rooms since lunchtime. Good job! We say we've painted 2 rooms since lunchtime, not we've been painting 2 rooms since lunchtime. Why? Because the sentence focuses on the number of rooms we have painted. This clearly shows how much we have done. That's why we use the present perfect simple.